Up closer.
Whoa, that's a big one.
Yeah, and that's the sleep.
Okay, we'll make a 10.
In sleep.
You gotta regroup. Wait, let's change how your groups are made.
Up closer.
Whoa, that's a big one.
Yeah, and that's the sleep.
Okay, we'll make a 10.
In sleep.
You gotta regroup. Wait, let's change how your groups are made. Get to 10. You can have it any way you want. Just hit the button when you're ready. Alright, so what do you think that one's gonna be? 10 and 6. Well, we start with our 1.
Wait, 6.
You got it! So we write 1 and 6. Does that look right? Yeah, we see a 16, so hit OK. Beautiful. We have to do the vowels next. So we have I and ah. Who's gonna win? On your marks. Get set, go. Ah. So we have, what do we have so far?
Ah.
All right. We should do something that can make the real word. So I'm gonna give you this one. Does this fit?
No, he
Why
doesn't.
do you pick cards that can't race? Get me another card. We need to have the letter N. Quick, quick, quick. There's one down on the floor, isn't there? I saw one under the table. Blow off the hair so the sticker can stick. Okay. Now we can race. We have T, and what does this guy say?
Nothing.
All right. On your mark. Get set. Go. Nah. So what word did we?
A race car.
What word did we make? Sound it out.
Fan.
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 Yeah. We made a real word. Hello, it is bedtime. It is about 9:20 and I'm in pajamas. Sebastian is in the bath and we're just wrapping up our Monday. Let's just get into it, shall we? So we got up and just started our day as usual. It is the day before grocery day. We do it this way because the garbage gets picked up tomorrow morning, so it's a good day to try to eat as much as you can out of the fridge. I pull out all the baked goods that still have some left because they're all expiring, and we just pick from that for breakfast. We try to use up a lot of the breads. Got dog hair on my lips. At lunchtime, and yeah, it's just lots of leftovers going on. This does not want to come in. I don't know if I got it. A lot of leftover eating, a lot of cleaning out the fridge. But yeah, that was breakfast. And then we did school. We did kind of a vehicle unit because he had a craft kit that Uncle Yvonne brought him. It was a monster truck with monsters in it. So I could have gone the monster route, could have gone the vehicle route. I wanted to go the vehicle route, even though there's probably more monster stuff, especially on his online school. They have a lot of monster games, but I put together stuff on vehicles, various worksheets and online games, and then we did an activity where last night I had him gather 26 of his Hot Wheels and stick blank stickers to them, and then we wrote the alphabet on them and we played games making words and doing the letter sounds. We went ahead and left the stickers on, and we'll probably pull those out sometimes. It's just a fun little way to make spelling and sounding out words fun. Then we did our craft at the end, wrapped up our day. I didn't do any work, even though I had a little bit. I need to write an email and finish those last 2 posters, but nobody pestered. I just focused on getting us through our Monday school day. Jax had an essay today and he didn't come for me for help, so hoping it's good when I grade it. I told him I need it by tomorrow. I did give him the rubric, my breakdown of how I'm grading down to the points, so he can self-grade before he submits to see if he's satisfied with his work. So we'll see how that goes. We all had sandwiches for lunch, actually. Jax has lately wanted to kind of copy what I have for lunch, which doesn't always work out if I eat something he doesn't like, but my husband had some sandwich meats and cheeses in the fridge. And I guess he got it earlier in the week because like they've hit their sell-by date now, so I'm like, he probably doesn't mind if we eat them because he's gonna waste a lot of money if we don't. So I made Sebastian a sandwich with mustard, pastrami, and Swiss. And then I made myself a sandwich with whatever we had. So Danny had some Chipotle hummus in there. I guess he'd gotten the same day. And like I didn't know if any of these things were being saved. This is the doors. As usual, I know when anybody drives by. So yeah, I used some of the hummus, and then we have cucumbers, so I sliced those up and put it on. And I wished there was more I could put on, but that was all I had, so it was actually delicious. It was on rye pumpernickel swirl bread. Jax came down as I was finishing making mine, and he's like, I kind of want a sandwich too. I was like, we have a lot of regular bread, you can make a PB&J, because that's usually the only sandwich he'll eat. But he's like, I kind of want a sandwich with cheese. So I was like, yay. So he asked for Swiss, cucumber, and bacon, because bacon's one meat that he'll actually eat now. So he had that. We all had sandwiches. I felt so normal. Usually weirdos when it comes to food, but we do eat healthy lunches normally. Sometimes I eat weird things. Then what did we do? Got on my computer a little bit, but we had to head up to quiet time. So we did quiet time. I am feeling the anemia. It was just one of these off cycles for me where I don't feel myself ovulate, so I don't know when my period's gonna come. And usually it's really weird. It's either comes very, very soon, like 20 days cycle, or or it'll come at the normal time but be like really short, and today was the cycle was that, so it came at a reasonable time, I think 25 days, but then it was so insane all weekend that I was like, well, at least it's gonna be short because I'm gonna run out of blood. Pardon the information. And so yeah, so now I'm just gonna ride it out. It's not gonna be much from this point on, but oh man, I'm so anemic, and I don't know if you can, this camera likes to hide the under eye circles I have. I don't know. Oh, you know what? If I go in the bathroom, that lighting is, it's like, let's turn off all the blurring features and you can just look like poo-poo. How you doing?
Look. Wait,
Oh, a tower.
a penguin tower.
I'll show them Penguin Tower, but they can't see you. Penguin Tower.
Oh, I need to come in. Don't walk. Don't take it. Now do it.
There he is. All right, in like 5 minutes, I'm gonna wash your hair, okay? You can get it wet if you want. All right, so yeah, I was exhausted. We did quiet time. I read a little bit and then just curled up. Like, it's not the same as being sleepy. I didn't need to sleep and I didn't try to sleep. I'm just so exhausted. My brain is foggy and I feel like my body is filled with wet sand, and like I feel like I'm in slow motion trying to not look like I'm in slow motion, so it's really weird, but it'll get better. But we made it through quiet time, and then I went downstairs to paint. Since Kitty's done and I don't have any paint customers, I am doing another portfolio piece. Adorable little Ollie, because I need a little fluffy dog, a little mop dog, I call them, where they lay down and they look like they could mop your floor for you. They could sweep it up. So I'm doing him, and the goal is another portfolio piece, but also increase my speed a little, even though still with the kids homeschooled, I only have when my husband is done with work, because kids follow me downstairs, and by kids I mean Sebastian. So it can be during work hours. If they were in school, I could be down there quietly on my side painting and it would not be a problem. But I did that. I did the sketch, one layer of underpainting, and I started in on one of the eye areas. I really like to do at least one eye area to kind of set the tone of the painting. I go back to it many times, but it's kind of like an anchor for me on the painting, and then I move from there. This will again be a different technique, different from the chocolate lab where everything is just brown and you're doing just the shadows and the tones and the current of the hair, like the wave patterns. And then the cat, the tortoise shell cat, is that what they call it? Calico, I'm not sure, but I think she called her a tortie, so I'm guessing that's a tortoise shell, like my glossos. Yeah, that was a totally different technique that I had to figure out, and it ended up being I needed a light undercoat with like the right warm tones, and then start covering it up with a scratchy black layer, and then cover it again with the individual hairs. But it came out great. It was a process, but I figured it out. So this one I'll be figuring out again. I think it's going to be a lot of paint, wet paint, like the chocolate lab, where I need to get the sections I'm working with completely wet so I can really do the strokes and the blending, because there's less different tones. With the cat I had to let areas dry, and I was just bouncing around a lot because he didn't want it to get muddy. So yeah, I started that. I make myself stop around 6. The kids have been really great about not caring if we eat too late, but I do tend to like to eat my meals at 10, 2, and 6. Those are my ideal times for meals, and that's what we've pretty much been doing. Sometimes we eat breakfast a little early and then have to eat at like 1 or so, and people get a little rumbly in the tumbly, especially if we order food at 6 and it doesn't get there till 7:30. But we did not order. We ended up doing leftover chicken for them, and then we made some pasta at Sebastian's request. I didn't have any pasta sauce left, but we did aglio olio, so olive oil and garlic. But
Here, a real penguin tower.
oh, okay. Again, I have to show them this way. Ta-da! Look how long that is.
It's like circle with a tiny hole mill, cups and wines and glass, triangles, numbers. This one don't have anything. This one does.
Cool. Okay, I'm almost done. Then I'll wash your hair. So yeah, we did dinner, and then Sebastian's like, "So, are you gonna take a bath?" Normally, I hate a bath when it's that time of the month because I feel like the girl products just suck up the entire bath, and it's super unpleasant getting out. But because I just bled my entire uterus out over the past 2 days, I could put the smallest girl product in and not suck up quite as much. It was still unpleasant, but he got to have his bath. We share bath water. He's so tiny and my bathtub is so big and water is so expensive that we share. So that's what we did. I'm sorry if that's gross to you, but I make sure I'm clean before I get into the tub. A lot of cultures do that. They make sure they're clean before they get in. He not so much. He leaves dirty footprints when he's climbing in. I'm like, how are your feet that muddy when you were outside? I would never bathe after him. But that leaves us here, and yeah, not much to report. Last night I did a few more braids. I just looked up when I last bleached my hair, and I believe it's like November 23rd. So, December, January. That's kind of sad that that's 2 months of roots. Two months and a couple weeks. I'm almost to the 1 inch mark. I wish my hair grew faster, but it does not. My nails grow faster than my hair, which is kind of weird, but that's just how it always has been. My hair grows incredibly slow, but I like the roots because I can see the progress. It's just weird not going out in the sun at all, so they're just staying that dark blonde color. It's going to be quite the harsh line since normally they kind of be getting a lot of sun and fade. I might get to have a walk on Wednesday. I think it's gonna be like in the 40s when I would have free time, kind of in between school and quiet time. So that's a plus. It's supposed to get up into the 50s actually that day, but I don't think it'll be when we're free. So maybe you'll see some sun. Tomorrow we have to go out to the library. There's books due and a book to pick up. And I'd like to go to the shopping center and recycle all the plastic shopping bags that Walmart gives me. There's so many. I do use them for a lot of purposes, but I can't use the amount they give me. They bring things with one item in it, but then there'll be one bag that has all the cans and it's about to rip. Like, all the other things are one item per bag, and then there's 10 cans in this one little bag. Oh, I wish I could use my cloth bags, because if I go to the store, I always bring cloth bags, reusable bags. They even put a bag tax in our county. I don't know if it's in effect yet. I think it did at the end of January, so I don't know if Walmart's adding that on, 5 cents per bag. Maybe that's why they're putting one item per bag. Not that they get the money. I think the money goes to the county. But, oh, I hate the plastic bags. I hate them. But they don't have a paper option. Whole Foods is definitely better with that, because it was always paper bags and recyclable stuff. But they changed it and no longer have free delivery for Prime members. You have to pay $10 to get delivered, and since it's so hard to find normal groceries there, while there's plenty of stuff for me to eat, when you try and get anything normal, they substitute it for something that's gluten-free, and it tastes off to us because we're just not used to those kind of flours and stuff. So I'm on such a tangent. All that to say, I should recycle our bags tomorrow if I get a chance. So maybe you'll see us on a mini walk, a cold mini walk, because I think it's still going to be in the 30s with a hot drink at the shopping center. We'll see how our day goes. I have no idea what we're doing in school. I got to figure that out. This rug is always bubbling up. But yeah, I'm gonna go wash his hair and end this video. So thank you again for watching. I know these are boring, and I know only about 20 of you watch total before the video just dies on my dusty little corner here on the internet. But I appreciate all 20 of you. I really, really do. Thank you for coming on this journey of life with me. As cheesy as that sounds, it's nice to know there's people out there and we're connected by this. So thank you. Stay safe, be kind, and don't forget, wash your hands.